Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for coming and joining to your English class. It's time to begin with today's class, and at first we have to read the versicle for this week. Remember, we are going to learn about one important value, and in this case is wisdom. Wisdom is the word for this week. And here we go to Proverbs 2:6. It say to us, "For the Lord give wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding." This is according to the New International Version. One more time. "For the Lord give wisdom, for his mouth come knowledge and understanding." Okay, for today, let's take a look at dictionary.com for the word wisdom. Okay, here we go. Wisdom. Okay, we have many words with we can use wisdom with some other words, but in this time the most important is go to see the definitions. Okay, let's see. According to dictionary.com, here we have wisdom. We are going to change for the IPA system, International Phonetic Alphabet. Okay, and here we have one word. This word has two syllables. Is two-syllable words. Okay, just wait me. We are going to mark the two syllables. This is the first one, whiz. W-I-S is the first syllable, and the second one is D-O-M. Okay, one and two. But remember, in this case, we have in this part, this is the stress syllable. That means we have to use a stress. Here we have stress syllable, and this is the weak syllable. Okay, and we have to say this like wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Okay, now here we have the w like ooh, 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 like it's like a ooh, ooh, ooh. And then we have the e, the short e is the short e. Okay, is the short e. Remember, when we are going to look in IPA system, this E in like a capital letter E is for a short zone. Is the short, is not E, E. That is the long E zone. In this case, is the short E, 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 E. Okay, is that short. And for the letter S, we use the zone like Z, the vibration. We are going to do the vibration zone. Z, whiz, whiz. This is the first part. And the second part, we have the D zone, the M zone, and between this consonant, we have one O. But in this case, the zone is not for O. It's like a schwa. The schwa zone. Okay, here we have them. Wisdom. Wisdom is the pronunciation for this word. And remember, when you are in this website, you can hear the pronunciation for this word.
Wisdom.
We have
Wisdom.
okay, with the stress, and then dumb like the weak. Stress and weak. Well, and we have some more about the definition, but we are going to this is gonna be for tomorrow about the definition like a noun. Okay, for today that's gonna be all according to the time for the versicle. And here we go to our material about reading and conversation. Okay, if you go here, let's take a look. For today, we go to the hobbies. This is the reading for tonight. Hobbies. Okay, here we have hobbies. And well, here we have some readings about hobbies for some people. Okay, let's take a look for the first one. This hobby is bird watching. Bird watching. Okay, tell me, who wants to read for us, like a volunteer, the bird watching hobby? Want to practice English for tonight, doing the reading? Okay, Aida, thank you so much. Read all the text for bird watching.
Okay. Hobby bird watching. Last year, I took up the hobby of bird watching after my friend took me out to observe some birds out near the lake. Basically, birding involves observing birds in their natural habitat. The best season to watch birds are in the spring and fall as they migrate from north to south in many areas. I usually go out with my binoculars and a field guidebook in the mornings because most birds are very active and feed at that time. You also have to know where to look to see them and how to recognize their bird calls. Because I'm new to bird watching, I consult my bird guidebook to look up specific varieties of birds. You have to look carefully at their plumage, feathers, the way they behave and move, and their size to recognize many birds because some look very similar. Besides looking at birds, I like the activity because it gives me a chance to exercise as I hike to different locations, and it allows me to relax my mind in the great outdoors.
Okay, excellent, Aida. Thank you so much for your participation. Okay, this is one hobby for this woman. Okay, they're watching. Well, as the first for me, it's the first time that I hear that they're watching is a hobby. I don't know about you, but for me, it's the first one. Let's see. I need another volunteer for the second reading. In this case, is hobby hiking. Who want to read the second one? Okay, Edgardo, come on.
Okay, teacher. Okay. Hobby hiking. One of my favorite hobbies backcountry hiking through areas that people seldom visit. However, before I go hiking, I make sure to have all of the proper gear of for the adventure. First, I'm sorry. First of all, I wear proper clothing and hiking shoes for the current weather condition. Next, I let my family and friends know where I will be going and when I will return. Also, I carry a compass and GPS unit to I don't know, to navigate.
Navigate. It's correct.
Okay,
Navigate.
okay, teacher, thank you. And located my position. I carry a topographical map with me as well. Oh, I'm sorry. In addition to these items, I take plenty of food and water. And I also pack a water filter to purify and water I find in a stream or lakes. Finally, I always pack emergency supplies, including a letter, emergency brackets, and signaling device like a mirror and cell phone. You never know when you will need these things.
Okay, thank you so much, Edgardo. Well, just this, lighter, lighter. It's a lighter. Okay,
Okay, teacher.
thank you. Well, okay, we have one more. Happy in this case, hiking. Okay. Well, let's see the third one. We have a third one. In this case, who want to practice? Tell me for tonight. Who want to read this part of the reading?
Me, teacher.
Okay, Victor, thank you so much. Come on.
Hobby shopping. Every weekend I go shopping downtown with a friends, but it is more a hobby than anything else. He usually take a little cash but it also have a credit card in case it needs to change something. It should make sure it don't go into much debt spending money and read okay. I might visit department and clothing stores to check out the latest fashion. If it finds something on sale at an unbeatable price and sometimes but it I make sure to keep the receipt in case to return the items. They really enjoy walking along the storefronts and gazing into the windows to see what the store in savings. At other times, I like looking at the displays in a store or stores, shopping centers. Something like a shirt or jeans catch my eye, but I'm not a composite shopper. So I never bought the Fringe thing. You see, many times he come home with a thing.
Okay, thank you so much, Victor. Just remember about the correct pronunciation for the pronoun. It's not E, it's I. I go, I usually, I also, I need, I don't, I really, I mainly, if I find, remember, this pronunciation is for I, it's for I. And remember the correct pronunciation for this interjection, you have to say that, that is not good, is bad. Because if we go, for example, to dictionary.com and we pay and we search this, sorry, is this one, is with T, that, okay, as that conjunction. And here we have the pronunciation according to the IPA. In this case is that, with the sound like a mix it with a u. Oh, remember, it's like up, bat, bat. And sometimes we can say this like on stress, using a schwa, like using a schwa, and is not like bat, is bat, 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 bat. Okay, when we use like the schwa sound, but the correct or the normal in a standard, in English standard or American standard English is bat, bat, bat. Okay. Well, we have to improve these words. Victor, please remember, pay attention for the correct pronunciation for I and for that. But it is, but it is. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Well, now we have to answer some questions. Well, and according to the lecture, according to these readings, we have some question, but well, let's see. There are many questions. Okay. In this one, we are going to answers. I'm going to open another one for this to get it easy. Let's see. Okay, we have the hobbies and take a look for the first one. Okay, we are going to change. Well, if take a look one more time, like year I took. Okay, well, here we are. The first one is, how long has bird watching been the latest hobby? Okay, let's try to look here. How long? Tell me, how long? How much time she have been doing this hobby?
When she said last year, so I mean 1 year.
1 year, that's correct. It's 1 year. She says she's new. Okay, she's new in this part. That's mean, okay, 1 year. Let's see. Here we go. We are going to say, okay, about 1 year. It will be an answer. If we make a complete answer, if we for example, in this text, the variation is, please give complete answers. You have to say, okay, she has been doing, bird watching, bird watching about, or maybe can say for about 1 year. This is a complete answer. You can say yes, hey, about 1 year, and it's a correct answer. But thinking about the direction, if direction, for example, say to us, please give complete answers, that means that we have to write something like this. But if the direction say to us, hey, you can use short answers, you can say just about 1 year, like an answer, and it's correct. But we have to pay attention and every time for directions, okay? Like indication.
So
Well,
every single time, if someone is respond, you have to give you full sentences, correct?
that is correct. If you are going to, we are only talking, you can say just that. But in a test, for example, if the test says, or in the text, the direction say to us, complete answer, we have to write all these. Complete.
Okay, thank you.
Complete. But yeah, I'm speaking, for example, with the friends, in my work, maybe in the school, and we make a question like this, we can say just this one. But if you go to do one test, like an exam, and in the exam says, please, complete answer, write complete answer, we have to do this. Because if you only write this, maybe you are going to get it wrong. Maybe your answer is correct according to the reading, but it's not correct according to the direction. We have to pay attention for direction. In this case, we don't have one clear direction because it's just answer the question about the text. But if we add this one, okay, that changed everything because we have to use the complete form. Well, in this case, making a sentences using the grammar, we have to use the in the first part, remember, is the subject. Then in this case has been for past progressive, okay, for past for past perfect tense, and then the complement for this answer. Go to number 2. Remember, we are going to give complete answer in this time. How did she get interested in bird watching? Take a look for this.
Can
She
be,
took interest to
can
watch
be,
bird when her friends observed some birds out near to the lake.
Okay, very nice. That's correct. Well, we are going to say here. She took interested, or she get interested. It could be two. She took interesting, or maybe she get interested in beer washing after a friend. Okay, let's see, after a friend. We're going to write here. She say, my friend, we don't know, this friend, we don't know if this friend is male or female. We don't know that because she doesn't say this thing, but we can say, well, she took interested in their washing after a friend, after, we don't know is and maybe we are going to say her, in this case her friend, but we don't know is male or female in this case. Well, we are going to make a change here for not repeat took another time. She got in the past, she got interested in beer washing after her friend took after her friend took her out to observe some birds out near the lake. Okay, this is a little long. It's a little long answer, but it's a complete one because we are saying what is in the text. Okay, it's so literal. It's so literal. We can make another shorter answer just saying, okay, because a friend took her to observe some birds, and that's gonna be all. But it's according to if I want to make a long complete answer in this case. Well, let's go to number 3. When is the best season for birding and why?
Spring and fall.
Spring and fall. Okay, very nice.
And the why can be because she can watch birds.
No, I think it's not the reason. That it's another one.
I'm sure it's because they're immigrants from north to south
That's correct.
in many areas.
That's correct. You're going to remember, when somebody makes a question with why, we have to answer because. Because birds, we are going to say birds migrate from north to south. Okay. This is the reason. Well, let's see. Spring and fall. And we go to number 4. Let's see. What does she take with her? What does she take with her? There is a frequency adverb. She used a frequency adverb to say this to us.
Maybe she her binoculars and a field guidebook.
Okay, very nice. We are going to use the frequency adverb. She usually, remember, because if we say she usually go out, okay, we can say she usually take out. It's similar like go out, take out. Binoculars, okay. and a field guidebook. Okay. These sentences is according, remember, if we return here, what does, what, how did, when is the best, how long has been. We are making sentences according to the verbal tenses. Okay, let's finish with number 5 to do something else. Does she recognize all bird species? What do you think? Let's see. Does she recognize?
No.
No. It's with
Uh,
does. No.
I believe she's recognized because a size to shoot. Hold on, teacher. Let me review again. 1 second.
Okay. Thinking about do you think she is it's a pro for for this hobby? She's a professional, or she maybe is somebody with too much experience? She say, I'm new to bird watching. I consult my bird guidebook. For that, she usually take out the field guidebook because she doesn't know. She doesn't know all the birds, all about the birds. She has to go, okay, this is this bird. Okay, this is this bird. Okay, we are going to say, no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. And this is a short answer, and maybe I say, okay, it's correct for do the answer, but remember, when we are going to do long answer, we have to add something else, like maybe like an explication about why we say that that is no, is a negative answer. We can say, because, no, she doesn't, because she is new. She is new to bird watching. Just 1 year. Okay, let's see. And here we have this one. Does she recognize all bird species? No, she doesn't, because she's new to bird watching. Okay, now, before to go to number 7, we are going to recognize the verbal tenses in these sentences. The first one is past perfect tense. This is past perfect tense for number 1. Well, tell me about number 2. What is the tense for number 2?
Simple past.
Okay, past simple tense, very nice. What about number 3?
Is present.
Present simple. Okay, very nice. This is for number 3. And now tell me, what about number 4? Tell me about the tense, the verbal tense. Okay, one more time.
Present
The
simple.
Present. That's correct. It's present. It's present one more time. And number 5?
simple past.
Past perfect tense.
No, it's one
No.
time present simple.
Oh,
Remember,
present simple.
okay,
Oh,
remember. How I can identify the simple or maybe the all the tenses? Well, for past perfect tense, I have to take a look for the using of has. In this case, is has, but remember it will be have to. In this case, it has because we are talking about she, he, it. We use has, but if we're talking about I, you, we, or they, we are going to use have, but it's not all. It's not all. For past perfect tense, we have to use been, have, or has been. That is the clue for say, this is past perfect tense. How long has doing something in ing form and been.
can I ask you a question?
Yes, come on, tell me.
So when you use it had, like HAD.
Had is for the past. Is the past tense for have.
Oh, okay,
You
thanks.
use that in past simple. In past simple, had.
Like, can you write example? Because I always
Example.
confused with has present and had past present.
Okay, for example, if we say something like this, I have a pet. I have a pet. This is present in this moment, right now. Okay, but if we go to the past tense, we are going to say, I had a pet. Okay, it's not more with me. Maybe it passed away. Okay, I don't have that pet anymore. This is in the past. This is for past. Had is for past, and have is for present. This is for present. But in this case, is has and have. When we use have or has with the ing form, with the verb in ing form, and when we use being, we are talking about the past perfect tense because it comes to the past, to the present. How long has, cuánto tiempo ha estado ella haciendo esto? Okay.
One more question, sorry. So has, you can use it for it, she, and he, right?
Yeah.
But if you use it for you, they, we, is has. It doesn't change, right?
In the past tense, we don't have change. Only for present. Only for present, we have a change between have and has. Has is for the third person. She, he, and it. And have is for the rest. I, you, we, and they.
Thank you.
Okay, very nice. And how do we know this question is for past? The second one is for past simple tense because there is that did. Remember, for making in past simple, we use did and a verb in infinitive form. Did and get. Okay, that means is past simple tense. For that, we have to change in the affirmative way. We have to change got, and we are not going to use did. Instead, the question is not with how, just with did. We can say she did, yes, she did, no, she didn't. But there is a WH question here. We have, remember, every time that we have WH question, we have to answer In this case, with long answers. Cuando nos preguntan siempre con las WH, por lo general debemos de contestar con lo que vendría siendo una respuesta más larga. Cuando nos preguntan solo con el auxiliar, con did, con have o con do or does, pues vamos directo a lo que sería una respuesta corta. Okay, Haida, come on, tell me, do you have a question?
Yes, the first sentences. Is it present perfect continuous? Because it's a has been.
Present perfect continuous. Maybe, but if we make is for continuous tense, we don't have to use been. For continuous, we don't use been. We only say has and the ing form, but this is not an ing, it's like an ing. Okay, I see. Ya veo cuál es la situación. Correcto. En este, beer washing no está como un ing, es cierto. Está más bien como lo que vendría siendo
Adjective.
no, es un noun, como the beer washing, como la actividad, o sea, está como un nombre, no está como un ing. En eso tiene razón Jairo. Aquí estaríamos con ese no es un ing, solo tendríamos el has y el been, pero beer watching no lo debemos de ver como una acción terminada en ing, sino más bien esto se refiere a como decir, el avistamiento o estar observando a las aves, ¿verdad? Se refiere más bien al nombre. Ya casi se me va a terminar el tiempo. Quizás vamos a tomar la capturita ahorita acá y vamos a continuar mañana, ¿verdad? Pero la idea es como de esto rescatar en donde tenemos algunos tenses, ¿verdad? Y la estructura de los mismos. Well, I'm going to say goodbye because time is over. Thank you for coming, everybody. Bye-bye. I wait you for tomorrow.